There are many girls who want to find a rich husband.
You have to support her. You have to take care of her. You have to help her.
Does it bring money? That collection? Sounds like a scam. You just invest 10 euro. How do you find investors?
I don't recommend this business because I don't need competitors.
Okay.
It was terrible. All my relatives and friends turn away from me. I can launch a company everywhere.
This is a story of the guy who started as the security guard in Yaroslavl with absolutely no English and built a company that operates in 15 markets with a lot of mistakes and a lot of experience at the same time. My name is Maria and I teach public speaking for startups and for people who want to sound better in English. We're going to start our podcast today. Andrew, hi. And may I ask you to introduce yourself and your businesses? What do you do?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me today. So I started my business on my own in 2008. Nowadays, as you mentioned before, we operated in 15 markets worldwide. I have two businesses. One of them is a debt collection company. Let me give you an example. Some people take loans in the banks, but in fact, some of them don't return these loans. It creates non-performing loans. Companies like mine purchase these non-performing loans, and after that we collect it into our account directly by using ordinary tools like call center, legal tools, and so on. Another aspect of my business is a fintech product. We've developed scoring algorithm for banks and microfinance companies. And we also provide our guarantee for customers, which we accepted. It works like an insurance. So this is my core businesses.
Great. Why debt collection? That sounds very unusual. And for me personally, I think, does it bring money? Debt collection?
Yeah, that's the interesting question. So I think there are two main reasons why debt collection. First of all, that's the quite profitable business model. Another one, well, I believe that we can help people who are in red, who are in debt. Because if you are in debt, that's terrible. It's about humiliation and shame. It's
about humiliation and shame.
Mm-hmm. It's about humiliation and shame. It's likely when you are in debt, all your relatives and friends turn away from you. It completely changes your life. That's the really, really bad situation. I believe that our company can help people like this, but unfortunately, there is the only small percentage of our audience ready to solve their debt issues.
Okay, stop here. How does it bring money?
Okay. Why profitable? Okay. So why it's so profitable? It's not so easy business, of course. If we purchase 100 euro, we pay, for example, in Spain, just 10% for that. It means our investments will be 10 euro, just it. And after that, our aim is to collect at least 40%. It means 40 euro. Our expenses is around 25% of our total revenue. So you can calculate it by yourself. You need to.
Maybe no. Okay.
So you invested 10 euro, and your come on.
It sounds like a scam. You just invest 10 euro, and you can get. I'm kidding. Okay.
So why it's so profitable? We purchased the portfolio by the quite big discount. For example, in Spain, the current prices is around 10% of total. It means when we purchase 1,000 euro, we just pay 100 euro. And after that, our plan is to collect at least 40% for the next 5 years. And in this case, our expenses will be just 25% of total revenue.
But
the difficulties is that you have to estimate the potential portfolio. And that's the quite complicated task, because you don't know what exactly debtors contains in your portfolio. That's why I usually introduce myself as an IT entrepreneur, because it's extremely important to have a scoring algorithm to evaluate portfolios like this, to identify is it a good deal or not.
So one company helps another company of yours, right? You use the same product.
No. We are talking about my first business, debt collection, and why it's so profitable, but it's not so easy. I have another aspect. This is a fintech. That's the different story.
But do you take some datas or programs from your fintech company into the debt collection company?
Yeah, it's based on our big data and some external sources. Based on this, we've developed our scoring algorithm, and applying this scoring, we can identify is it a good deal or not. It's in terms of our core business. In a fintech product, we provide this scoring algorithm to banks and microfinance companies and customers which we accepted. We provide our guarantee for these customers. It's like an insurance company.
Okay. You told me that it can be hard because not all people are ready to give their debt back. Yeah. So what the approach? How do you usually get them?
Let's say 5 or 10% of our audience are ready to communicate normally with us. That's the good story. We can agree comfortable installment plan, provide discount. And that's why I called our industry as a financial assistance, because if our debtors are willing to go to the communications, we can provide discount and comfortable conditions to get rid of their debts. That's why I believe that we are ready to help them. Unfortunately, mostly our debtors are not ready to communicate with us. In this case, we go to the court, for example, get a court decision, and proceed to legal actions. Another tool for understanding is a contact center. We make calls to our debtors and try to negotiate with them to close their debt. This is the two usual tools. For example, another way is to use door-to-door collections. It means it's called field. I know it's likely you have a stereotype.
Who is that?
Who is that? Yeah,
we came to take your money back.
This is collectors.
Yeah.
We use this tool as well. But for your understanding, it's all only legal. It's everything according to the law. That's the absolutely everything legal.
Okay, perfect. But I would like to speak a little bit more about the point that you find this very helpful, because I think you just talked about relatives and all the stuff, and I know your personal story, so I'm going to re-ask this question. Why do you think it's profitable and helpful? And could you please share your life story, like I was there myself with a lot of debts, and not only about relatives, but like how your life can change and how the life of your clients is changing after you're collecting their money. Like people love that. Okay. May I ask you, why do you find this business as profitable, as helpful? You're taking others' money back.
Что-то завернуло, погоди. As profitable as...
As helpful. Такой же, типа, выгодный, как и помогающий людям.
Okay. Well, I think it's all started with a personal story. When I said that's about a humiliation and shame, because I know what is it, because I was in debt. I know how is it. Once a day, my mom said me, "Are you able to buy a chocolate?"
How old were you?
It was 15 years ago.
Oh, okay, not a child.
Yeah, not a child. It was terrible. All my relatives and friends turned away from me. That's that's a disaster. So that's why I know what is it to be in debt. That's why I believe that we are able to help these people. That's why I do this business rather than it's quite profitable business.
Perfect. So you can help these people, yeah, and they are with no loans anymore, so they can find job easier or accept this family aspect. How it can be helpful as well, like some paths to improve their lives. How do you see it?
The main goal is to get rid of their debts. How we can do it? So we can provide comfortable installment plan. We can provide discount, but it's necessary to be in touch with us, to have an ability to solve your question, your issues, that issues. It's important. Only in this case, we can help our debtors.
So, if I understand right, these people are kind of lucky that they have to give the debts back to you or not to the bank.
Yes, but I think they doesn't understand it.
They don't understand.
They don't understand that.
Yeah.
But I believe that after then they get rid of their debts, they understand. When you are in debt, you don't understand.
Of course, of course. And there is a cultural aspect because you work in 15 different markets. Are people in some countries more conscious about this position of getting rid of debts than in others?
Well, I think it depends on the countries. Let's say European countries. It's about how your debts affect into your life. So, for example, in the US, the most important part is your credit rating, right? If you are in debt, your credit rating will be low. You can't rent a good apartment. It's like you can get a good job. It motivated you to get rid of your debts. More than in the countries like in the Vietnam, for example, where there is no credit rating. This is the basic reason why it's so different to close your debt. Difference between motivation close your debt in the different countries. I mean, in the US, this motivation basically higher than in the Vietnam, for example.
What would you recommend people who want to open business in your field? Is it still working in Russia or other countries? Would you recommend any people to step into this business?
Into this business?
Yeah, debt collection, or because you're saying profitable.
To be honest, I don't recommend this business because I don't need competitors.
Okay.
But anyway, we already have a lot of competitors. Actually, that's the quite big industry. Well, I think so. It depends on the country. For example, in Russia, I think that's the bad idea because number of competitors are extremely high. But there are some countries where the number of competitors is quite low. It creates an opportunity to launch a company industry like mine. But you have to understand that it requires a lot of risks. It requires a lot of investments. Another point, you have to have gene collectors. Because it's quite a difficult profession. Our attitude from society is actually really bad to this industry, and it doesn't take care about this point, and you can say, "Oh, okay, it is what it is. I will go ahead.
I will continue.
I will continue."
Yeah. How do you find investors?
So this is my network. If you have a quite profitable business, it's not so complicated. You just need to be a human, absolutely transparent, provide good conditions, especially now because a lot of investors from Russia want to invest into other markets. I can provide this opportunity. I believe that if you have a good business, that's not difficult to attract investments. If you have a really bad business, it's impossible.
Are you attracting any foreign investments right now?
Not yet. All of my investors from Russia.
Are you planning? Do you need any foreign investments? Like, do you need any investments?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I had some attempts to negotiate with foreign investors, but nowadays I don't have any successful cases because I can't explain easily what I suggest. That's why I'm here, actually.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to study English. To clearly communicate your goals, explain who you are, what is your business.
To feel fluent.
Yes, absolutely. That's how you can increase your chances to attract right investors, foreign investors, I mean.
I'm sure you're close for it. Like, I'm sure you're going to get these investments pretty soon. I mean, like, I understand perfectly, and that's much better than your explanation in August. When you started talking in August, I was like, what he's talking about? Like, why? Now it's much better. What is your next goal in terms of your business? Do you want to open up new markets?
Next goal?
Next goal. Yeah, what's your next goal?
Okay. So we are seeking for markets where a number of competitors are low. We have all chances to become a leader. This is our goal. It doesn't matter. This is Sri Lanka or Indonesia. I don't care. Canada. I don't care about it. I can launch a company everywhere. But it's really, really important, the market situation. There is no... this shouldn't be a market saturation. If we can see an opportunity to become a market leader, that's the good point to start business in this country.
Let's talk about finding your why. How to find the meaning and purpose in life, especially building business.
Oh, that's the interesting question. I think it depends on your personal strategy. I think the best way, if you want to find why, try to imagine yourself in 20 or 25 years and ask yourself honestly, what do you want to have? Family, job or not job? How much money? Where you are? What is your environment? And start create your personal strategy. And after that, I believe that your business strategy and your way nowadays can be easy because you know what is your who you are in 20-25 years. Because routine everyday routine completely involves us. It ruins our happiness, our awareness, situational awareness.
Routine, you mean like it absorbs us?
Absorbs us, yeah. Correct. In this case, how you can help yourself? You can think about your future. You can imagine yourself in the next step, and you can say, okay, today it's complicated. Yeah, I hate my today's day, but I know what is my journey, what is my next destination. Okay, go ahead.
Perfect. But here is the question. I think boys and girls can be different.
Absolutely.
Especially in building this plan. You know, a week ago, I was asked to put down an essay about my plans in a year, in 3 and in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it. But okay, two weeks ago. And you know what? Like, my life is very active. And I understand that I am a different person every day because I have some insights, enlightenments, and I change something with what I want. Or as a girl, as a woman, there are many changes in my life, many wishes. So what can you recommend? What can you recommend to people like me who are kind of unstable in their plans, or they don't know what exactly they want?
All women don't know what do they want.
Yeah,
that's okay. Every time they are unstable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we have to know what is direction, what is the right direction, what is our goals.
Okay, but you know, these women, like, they can be criticizing, or no, that's not right, you know. We don't know ourselves, but at the same time, we can criticize this path. So how do you deal with that?
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I can be wrong.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. But great. So you're putting the goal in the family life, and your wife, does she argue with you from time to time? How do you persuade her that that's the right direction?
We have a child, and our son is 4.5 years. Why I mentioned about it? Because for women in this situation, it's completely difficult. That's why it's absolutely usual situation when you can get some critics and unstable. That's okay. You have to support her. You have to take care of her. You have to help her. Every time you should know what is your goals, what is your direction, and keep in track. And that's it. And believe in your future, believe in yourself, and what should you do, and go ahead.
Very, very motivational speech as well. May I ask you a little bit more how to support a woman?
I believe that confidence is the main support. I mean, in the unstable situation, you have to be confident all the time. So I think it's absolutely terrible situation when your woman feels unconfident in yourself. It creates problem all the time.
Yeah.
You have to be confident all the time.
You have to be confident and supportive.
You have to be confident and supportive.
Yeah, yeah. So you just talk a lot. Yeah, you discuss some problematic situations.
Let me add some details. Actually, that's okay for men to feel unconfident sometimes, but you have to catch yourself and try to find some hobbies or activities which you add to energy and which helps you to recharge your battery. If you feel these conditions, go to recharge your battery immediately.
Something that brings you joy.
Yes, correctly.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question. What does bring joy to you?
Oh.
I know the answer. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, my dream is to become a private pilot. I love aviation and everything which connected with aviation. Nowadays, I am getting my private pilot license. I already have 15 hours, and I believe in the few weeks it will be my first solo flight. I'm very excited about it, and this is my dream.
That's my dream either. But I want to fly a fighter jet. That's a bit more complicated. Okay, so great. And last questions, last but not the least, about women, because I think there are many girls who want to find a rich husband, a business person. May I ask you to share what kind of woman has to be next to? Because it's not easy at all, when your husband is running many businesses.
I don't believe in that. Because I think the reality is different. I think the best way is to find someone who, with whom you feel comfortable with, and who has the potential to grow, and you can grow together.
Who inspire you?
Who
right?
inspire you? Yeah, correct.
Okay. That's it. All the questions. Like we can expand it more because many girls, they think too much, I guess, about how to find a rich husband, and that's the question of responsibility, because many of them, they think like they won't have any responsibility later, like no problem with money or whatever, but that's a different style of responsibility. May I ask you about some challenges that you overcame together with your wife, with your family?
Overcame?
Yeah. Типа вы преодолели вместе.
We overcame a lot of obstacles, and we do it all the time, every day. I think it helps us to support our relationships. Actually, I believe that obstacles create confidence, which creates your future.
Yeah, and some difficulties, or they can create even your personality, right?
Yes, right. That's how you can grow.